Tobion, I love you all, brothers and sisters of the truth, warriors of Yahuah and the truth. I am going to be continuing on with lesson number 13 from the Lie Remember. Does Yahuah change? Read Malachi 4. Realizing Yahuah's final warning to all inhabitants of the earth or the Eretz is to remember the Torah of his servant Moshe. If we teach and obey his commandments, who will we upset the most? Yahuah or most of today's teachers? I would say most of today's teachers. Which statement best describes Yahuah's fourth commandment? 1. Forget the Sabbath day. 2. Remember the Sabbath day. 2. Remember the Sabbath day. The link for this is fossilizedcustoms.com/sabbathmark.html. The Paracleta is the spirit of Yahusha in us, our counselor. Most people are taught to live as if the 10 words never happened. The world only sees Yahusha's words as negative, but they see their words as positive because they do not test their teachers and compare what they teach with what Yahusha teaches. He is distinguished in his teachings and always promotes obeying the will of Yahuah. If you abide in their word, you are truly not his pupils, and you will not know the truth, and the truth will not set you free. Yahusha said this in a positive way at Yehukanan 8:31-32. If you abide, continue, or live in my word, you are truly my pupils or disciples, and you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. The purpose of the Militant Jesuit Order. The purpose of the Jesuit Order, Societas IESU, or IESU, is to restore the worldwide authority to the papacy. Basically the Romans, or the Pope in Rome. The Jesuit oath reveals the means justifies the end, and the end justifies the means. The word end means goal, the highest intended purpose they pledge their lives towards. Our purpose is to guard Yahuah's word and name, the highest of all things to pursue. Psalm 138:2. And there's a link, fossilizedcustoms.com/agenda.html. And I tried to post it before in my community section, but as soon as they did the interview, after they played it on repeat all day long, they removed it from YouTube completely. It was the Pope saying that Hashatan has a seat, a throne, in the Vatican, and that he roams the halls and all of this crazy stuff. And they said that they made like a covenant with the Luciferians or the Satanists, and they have him enthroned in the Vatican. And it was just a very, very, very eye-opening interview, and it was frightening. But you would expect that in Rome, at where the Pope's house is, that would be where Lucifer would be sitting. There is a day coming, burning like a furnace. While most are focusing on fellowshipping together to feel comforted in their numbers, seraphim, fiery ones, are coming to cleanse the whole earth of all things that offend. The message of the Nazarene is the final warning to the inhabitants of the earth, or the Eretz, not a call to come to a pillar or dress up for a sunrise worship service to hear confusion. The responsibility for proving the validity of what is taught rests on the pew-sitting hearers and on those teaching them. The first Nazarene held to completely different teachings than we see today, and today's Nazarene are being awakened and can see the seraphim about to fulfill Malachi 4. Ask any pastor if they know the message of Eliyahu. mentioned in this chapter and why they haven't told you about it. Syncretism has lulled everyone to sleep. The traditional teaching authorities only teach their man-made cycles of renamed fertility feasts, but the prophecies of Daniel 12 are now unfolding. The morning of the coming new day is dispelling the old order of darkness when the seraphim appear. It will be too late for those unprepared. While they protect the ones sealed with the name of Yahushua, they will physically destroy everything and everyone practicing falsehood. The smoke of their burning will rise forever as a reminder of their punishment. Yahuwah's love is conditional, not unconditional. If you turn your ear away from hearing or heeding his Torah or instructions, even your prayer is an abomination to him. See Proverbs 28:9, and I also made a video on a bunch of videos, a video series on Proverbs. FossilizedCustoms.com/syncretism.html. Shadow of things to come. Let no man therefore judge you in meat or in drink, or in respect of a festival, or of the new moon, or of the Sabbath days, which are a shadow of things to come for the body of Mashiach. Colossians 2:16-17. Because the word was breathed by the Ruach into the men who wrote it for us. It requires the Ruach to guide a person to understand that word. Because men without the Ruach of Yahushua have attempted to teach what it means. The whole world has been led into confusion. Yashayahu or Isaiah 9:16. Normally we see the word, but in the last phrase, these shadows are intended to be for the body of Mashiach, not to be ignored. Christianity has acted as if they never existed. At Passover, we remember Yahushua's death, the first lamb slain in the Garden of Eden, or in the Garden of Eden, foreshadowed humanity's redemption. The shed blood covered them beneath the skin of that lamb. A lamb died that day instead of them, but their immortality ended. And so they died within their first 1,000 years, a day to Yahuah. 1,000 years is one day to Yahuah, who eventually provided himself a lamb, who takes away the sin of the world. The lies of those who teach us to disobey are exposed in these two texts, 2 Timothy 4 and Malachi 4. The works of the law, animal blood, was unable to permanently redeem us, but the blood of the Lamb of Elohim redeems completely. Okay. The works of the law, animal blood, was unable to permanently redeem us, but the blood of the Lamb of Elohim redeems completely. Collectively, the 7 annual Sabbaths, or Shabbats, are an agricultural metaphor, and each points to how Yahushua is redeeming us. The preparation day for Matzah is Passover, the day the lambs are slaughtered, the 14th of the moon. Passover is another term often used for the whole period of Matzah. Repentance, obedience, and the blood of the lamb point to the message of Yahushua's offering of himself. Our Pesach, Passover, is Yahushua. The Old Covenant is the old priesthood, and the animal blood works that could not redeem anyone, but now our trust in Yahushua's blood redeems us completely. Next time I will be teaching about the first day of Matzah, first fruits, 7th day of Matzah, Shavuot or Pentecost, Yom Teruah, which is the day of the 4th annual High Shabbat, Yom Kippur, the 5th annual High Shabbat, the first day of Sukkot, 6th annual High Shabbat, 8th day of Sukkot, last great day, 7th annual High Shabbat. And I will be doing a few more questions that you should ask a pastor. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. And Boker Tob to you guys, my brothers and sisters, beloved of Yahuah. Shalom and blessings.